Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit about my fertility experience so far and why I quit taking the drug Clomid. So if you have been following my fertility journey, and if you haven't, I'll link something up here so you can check that out. I have been going through fertility treatments, or I've started the journey to fertility treatments, I guess is a better way to put it. So last year, my husband and I had a blighted ovum, which is a form of miscarriage. And so as of this year, we started going through the process to start fertility treatments. And we got kind of stuck for a little bit, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this because it is a hiccup that a lot of women encounter, and you don't find out about this until you start getting testing done so you can start your fertility treatments. So a few weeks ago, my doctor decided to go ahead and put me on Clomid, and it was the perfect timing. Everything was lining up, and I started taking Clomid that Monday. So on Wednesday, I had my appointment for my HSG test, which is the test that they use to look at your fallopian tubes to make sure that they are clear. And when I went in for that test, I was really nervous, but everything went really well. And the doctor that did that test told me that my fallopian tubes were good to go and nice and clear. So 2 days after I went through that test, I got a call early in the morning from my fertility specialist, the nurse that works there. And she asked me if I could come in for an appointment or just come in for a talk and another test that day. And this was Friday, and I didn't really know exactly what to expect. And she told me what was wrong, and I didn't understand exactly what she was saying. But basically, she was telling me that I had polyps in my uterus. So a polyp is a growth that occurs. It can occur in a lot of places, but for me, it occurred in my uterus. And this is something that could very well prevent me from getting pregnant and from carrying a baby full term. And it was discovered through the HSG test. And typically, I found out this is very normal. Most people go through their life not knowing that they have polyps in their uterus, and you don't uncover it until you start going through testing for fertility. So I went to that appointment, and the doctor performed a test similar to the HSG test. This test was called hysterosonography, I believe, and I will just write that right here for you guys so that you know exactly what it is. It is very similar to the HSG test. This test, they lay you down, kind of like you're getting just a regular transvaginal ultrasound. And just like the HSG test, they put a catheter up into your uterus and inject fluid. Instead of it being dye though, this is just saline or salt water. And so they did that, and then they took the transvaginal ultrasound wand and took a look, and they were able to see the polyps that the doctor who did my HSG test reported. And the best way to describe this is just looks like my uterus wall, and the follicles were kind of like rocky. Like there were ups and downs and bends and turns, and definitely not what you're supposed to be seeing when you're looking for your follicles and things like that. So that was really disappointing and discouraging, and it could be the reason why we haven't had any success in getting pregnant. So just a little bit about polyps. I'm going to read something to you guys. This is from WebMD. And basically, doctors don't know why women get polyps, but it could be related to hormone levels. Also, obesity and high blood pressure could increase the chances of getting polyps like this. And if you haven't noticed, I do fall into the obese category, so that could be tied in together. There aren't a lot of symptoms that come along with having these polyps in your uterus, but a couple are irregular periods, very heavy periods, bleeding in between periods, and bing, infertility, not being able to have or get pregnant. For me, I don't really suffer from most of those symptoms, but I do suffer from really heavy periods. Every single month, I joke that the Great Nile runs straight through my body because I have a very heavy period for 2 of the days of my period, and then it tapers off. My periods really only last 3 days, but 2 of those days are like crazy intense for me, and I have to change my tampon like once every 1 or 2 hours. My doctor did tell me that most people don't find out that they have uterine polyps and that it doesn't normally affect their day-to-day life enough to be checked for them. And really the only way to find them is if you are testing yourself for infertility. So there's a lot of us out there probably that have this and don't know it. So after the doctor took a look at my polyps, they went ahead and just told me to stop taking the Clomid because it wasn't worth it right now. Until the polyps are removed, it doesn't make sense to move forward with any fertility treatments because the chances of me getting pregnant and being able to carry the baby will be very slim to none. And so my next step is to get the polyps removed through surgery. So the doctor went ahead and sent me home, and he told me to call the office when I started my period and they would write me a prescription for birth control because they don't need me getting pregnant right now. That is what I've done. I have started taking the birth control and I'll continue to take that for a while, and I should be getting my appointment for my surgery in the next couple of weeks. So the surgery is not a major surgery. It is an outpatient surgery. They don't actually have to cut into me for the surgery. And so I'll learn more about that throughout the coming weeks. I don't know exactly what that will be like. I do know that they will have to use anesthesia, which makes me very nervous, but I will just have to kind of go along with it. And maybe this will even help me with my periods. Like, that would be awesome if it could help me with my period flow because Miss Flow is something serious and something fierce. So that's where I'm at right now in my fertility journey. I'm kind of at a standstill. I'm kind of at a halt. I can't really do anything. We don't really know anything. And until these polyps are removed, we can't move forward, which is very frustrating. But I will update you guys as things happen. When I get closer to my date of surgery, hopefully I'll have some more information I'll be able to share with you guys. I will share with you my fears because I am definitely a little nervous about having surgery. I have never had surgery other than getting tubes put in my ears when I was a really little kid. And so I'm very nervous about this. This is driving me a little bit crazy. But hopefully this will help solve the problems of fertility and make my fertility journey a lot easier. So let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it even though I'm petrified, and hopefully it'll fix everything. I really, really hope that it fixes everything. So guys, that's my update for today. I hope this was interesting to you. If you are struggling with fertility and going through some similar things, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you because I know this journey can feel like you're alone and that you are living by your period and that you're just waiting, and it's a tough one. So let me know you're here if you're struggling too. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.